Okay, so welcome to Let's Talk the Football Euro edition. So today our special guests are Riccardo and Nissi. Oh, Nissi not fancy coming on today just because Netherlands lost and Italy and Ukraine won. You watch, as soon as Premier League starts, every time Man U lose, oh yeah, I can't make it tonight, boys.
So he won't be on a lot
shocking.
then, will he? He won't be on a lot then.
Oh, yeah. Europa League final all over again, isn't it?
Exactly, that's what it is. Come on, Missy, man. What's up with you?
How you doing, Rick? All right.
Yeah, not bad, thanks.
Yeah, good. So today we're just going to do review the England-Germany game, talk about England's chances, how far we think they're going to go, and then just touch upon the manager merry-go-round that seems to have ended very quickly. So we're just going to touch on that as well. So what do you think to the game, England-Germany?
I think it was an all right game. It weren't the best, obviously, but I think it was just both teams, whoever took the chances would won. And obviously England took theirs and then they won. I always thought whoever scored first will win it. As it kept getting on late and late, I thought that was it. When England scored, I thought, yeah, they've won it here. Because I couldn't see, like, this Germany team, it's not the same as like it was.
No, it's definitely not.
It's completely, like, you got Muller, I think is like 5 or 6 years gone. Do you know what I mean? He's got players who played for Chelsea and also won the Champions League, but in the league form-wise, it was awful, like Werner and Havertz.
Werner was terrible, though, wasn't he? He was terrible.
That's what I mean. Like, he's carried his Premiership form into the Euro. Basically, like, you think, and Sané and all that. I know he didn't start, but he's been off the boil. It's like Cruz. How much can he do?
Yeah, I didn't think I didn't think Toni Kroos played that well, to be fair as well.
No, he had some set piece chances and didn't take them. So really, and especially didn't have Gundogan in that midfield and that Goretzka. There's only going to be once England controlled that midfield when Rice and Phillips got on top. Then that was it. Then I think the back three worked well.
Were you surprised that he changed it? Because we mentioned that in the last episode.
No, if you remember the last time I said he's going to match it. I said if he matches it, because man for man, England on paper, Germany might have a good squad, but man for man and properly, I think England could do it like they did. I said they had to go free at the back, and it'll work because Walker, Maguire, and Stones, they play free at the back sometimes for the clubs, so they can with the wing backs. I wouldn't play Trippier right wing back. I don't think.
Who'd you play?
I won't rate him. I've played Reece James, me.
I would as well, mate. I would as well. Yeah, that was a change I would have made.
I don't rate Trippier like they say he's good for set pieces, but his set pieces were awful that game. Maybe Trent was there. Maybe Trent was good at set pieces. But I think Luke Shaw doesn't fit in a back three as well. Like for United, he's in a 4. Like, I think he's more suited in a 4. Chilwell maybe might come back in, I reckon.
I thought Luke Shaw did all right though. He got the assist, didn't he?
Yeah, he did all right, but it's because Germany didn't lay a glove on him on that side.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So he didn't get really tested, really.
Yeah, I think Trippier's not. I think Trippier's a good player, but yeah, I'd definitely go Reece James. But I thought the back three played really well. I thought Maguire was excellent again. I thought you can tell he had a bit of a presence with him, because in just driving the ball forward, I thought that was really good. What do you make of midfield?
Yeah, it's good, but obviously, like, because there's no creativity in there, really. Sometimes the defense is bypassing the midfield and going straight for the front three, basically. But I don't think you have to play Rice and Phillips. I think one of them would do. Especially,
I did think it worked against Germany though.
Taking that attacking presence out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
You can put, especially when you're going to play Ukraine next.
So if let's say I agree with you. So Ukraine, you play like a more attacking midfield. If you're going to play Belgium and Italy, would you stick with the 5 and then Rice and Phillips?
I would, but I'd put Bellingham in there for one of them actually because he's more box to box. Rice and Phillips, and you know what you're going to get. Like it's either one or the other to me. Like they're both workaholics. They both run. They'll do the nitty gritty, but you don't need 2 of them in there. Like, especially when you have a back 3, like against Germany, it's like 7 defenders really, weren't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like the other rest just do what they're doing. But against Ukraine, you don't need 7 defensive-minded people, and do you really? No disrespect to Ukraine, I'm not saying.
Yeah, don't disrespect Ukraine.
No, no disrespect to, but they should be more worried about England than England worried about
Oh
them.
yeah.
Because when Grealish come on, he changed the game.
He always does though. If you actually look at his stats for England, if he starts or comes on, he normally does make a difference.
Yeah, he's doing well.
He came on the 60th minute and England scored scored straight after. And he's brilliant, great. Are you excited? Obviously, as a Man City fan.
I am, and I'm not, because like I've seen these kind of players come to us before. And it's the pressure. He's never played for a big club, has he? He's never played Champions League before. At Villa, he can roam anywhere. He can play.
Well, he's the best player at Villa, isn't he? He's the best player.
He can go anywhere. He can play anywhere. But in his City team, he won't roam. Pep won't have him going lingering about. He's got to stay in his position. Or you know what I mean? He won't be the big I am here like he's at Villa. He's got to be like looking around and thinking, wow, look at all these stars. Like, got to play at Villa. He can have an off game, and he knows he's playing next game. At City, how many off games can he have?
Yeah, and then you're out. Yeah.
He's like, but he
and
should
100 million price tag as well.
I know. If you look at his goals and assists for Villa, they're not that good. You know, they're not that great. Do you know what I mean? As what you could get for 100 million. It's probably because his English is worth a bit more, but.
The money's stupid, though, isn't it? Let's be honest. The money, like Jadon Sancho's a good player, but 77 mil for a guy that can't get into the England team is.
It's going to add on to 93 mil with all the add-ons.
Yeah, with the add-ons, yeah.
This is a price you have to pay for the English players.
Mad. It's just ridiculous.
If he's worth that much and he can't get an England team, how much is like Foden worth and stuff like that?
That's what I mean. I think Foden is more like he's not even a price. But do you know what I mean? He's not even a price. You can't even put a price on him because it's that. Nobody would even bid. Like, it's that sort of.
Do you know what if Harry Kane didn't score against Germany? Would you have started against Ukraine, or would you have?
Yeah, I probably would.
What did he show you in that game? What?
I thought he was poor, and I wanted him to come off. I did want him to come off. I thought Foden should have come on. Around like the 70th minute mark, because I thought Foden would have. I just didn't feel he created anything. I felt that he was the target man, but there wasn't really playing with a target man, so it was like you didn't have anyone on the pitch, and I felt you needed someone to like chase down the defenders and be a bit more creative, and I thought Foden would have probably done that. But fair play for him. He got his goal, didn't he? And I think the one thing I will say is I do think it could kick him on now. Like it happens in football. You get one, and then suddenly it's just like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? True. But like, do you reckon England could go with a false nine as well? Because Foden's played there, Sterling's played there.
I said that I thought they should have done against Germany.
Do you know? Then you have that extra midfielder, don't you? It's cramped in there. But that's the change you could do if.
I think because I think the way they're set up with the five. You had Shaw and Trippier like bombing forward, but then Sterling and Saka were coming in, so they were practically playing the strikers anyway. So I thought if you had like a Foden sitting in there anyway and just chasing defenders, being creative, I thought that would have worked.
Yeah, true. What do you think about Saka? Do you reckon he deserves another start, or would you?
I thought he was good the first half. I thought he was very quiet the second half, and I thought a bit unlucky to come off. I didn't think he did anything wrong, but he wasn't really doing anything, if you know what I mean.
I thought right side was getting a bit in the second half. Like you said, Trippier wasn't doing much, and Saka. No. I mean, I don't think they were on the same wavelength really.
And Germany were scared of Sterling. They were terrified of him, and that works because every time Sterling had the ball, 3 or 4 players were like bombing on him because they were so scared of him, and that's what gave like Grealish a bit more space when he went onto the right hand side because they were just literally like seagulls on chips. Like soon as Sterling touched the ball, and he did really well. To be fair, he kept the ball really well. I was really impressed with Sterling.
Well, he's keeping the doubters and critics in there quiet and all.
Well, we all said we didn't agree with it, did we, when he first started? But fair play to him. Like he's doing well. He's scoring goals. Like, do you know what I mean?
Top goal scorer for 3 goals.
That's mad, isn't it? Who would have predicted that at the start? Like no one.
I bet it would have been big odds for that, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Just to be top goal scorer for England, he'd have been big odds.
I didn't think he was going to start because of where his form was for City. You'd think Foden was keeping him out the City team. You think he was going to keep out the England team as well.
Yeah. But that's the thing with Southgate, and one thing that he trusts players, doesn't he? Like he's got players that he trusts, and it is a good thing, but it's a bad thing as well because they do let him down. So it's
But do you know when it was 0-0 against Germany? I was thinking to myself, why didn't you take someone like Lingard who could have done something?
I thought he should have took Lingard anyway, and for the Scotland game as well.
Do you know when it's tight,
to
he
open it
loves
up.
the dribbles up. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't have took Connor Cody.
What I don't get is Calvert-Lewin didn't it? Yeah, but like Connor Cody, Calvert-Lewin, he wasn't even on bench.
No.
But why was Connor Cody on the bench?
I know, Ben White not there. Connor Cody, do you know what I mean? It's like, why?
Yeah,
I'm sure you can sacrifice one of them defenders. Like Trent got injured, all right, fair enough, bring an attack. Do you know what I mean? Like Lingard, someone should have went. I think he deserved it. Could have broke it. Like I don't think Rashford's fit me.
Rashford does not look the same. He doesn't.
No.
I think it's a bit of a worry when Kane isn't firing, when you've got Rashford left, because you've got no Calvert-Lewin couldn't even pick him. So I think that's a bit of a worry. But that's why I think Foden should be.
I wonder why he didn't put Calvert-Lewin even to be on the bet. Do you reckon there's something going on?
I don't think that makes any sense. You're only striker you've took and you don't even put him on the bench.
Something going on there or something? Or do you reckon?
I don't know.
I think there's more than meets the eye to that, really, because he was talking the other day in the press, Calvert-Lewin. He was up for this game.
Well, Mourinho, when I listened to Top Sport, Mourinho did say something. He said that he would find it really difficult as an international manager because you've got to manage personalities, even though you've only got a certain amount of time. And he said that there's certain players that will kick up a fuss, so you have to give them game time. And he mentioned Calvert-Lewin against, I think, Austria. He came on for like 5 minutes, and he said that the reason he had brought him on is because he'd be like kicking up a fuss, saying, "I want to be playing, I want to be playing," type thing. So it's like keep him happy. So maybe something's happened. I don't know.
Maybe might be the downfall of. I'm not saying England would win it, but like if the team spirit goes, if they get a bit of a fraction there, and people are getting upset and they're mumbling, and they've all got to accept the part of the team if you play or not, really.
I think it does feel like a good team spirit though. That's one thing I will say. They do seem like when you hear them in press conferences after and stuff, I think like they do seem like that they've got a good team spirit and stuff. So go on.
I think Ukraine will give him more of a test than Germany.
So what did you make of Germany then? Because I thought
even at the start of the tournament, it didn't look all that like.
No.
Even from that own goal from that Hummels in the first, you knew it was going to be a disaster. Like there was like 8 minutes from going out the tournament completely.
Yeah. Well, that group of death. No, but the group of death, they're out.
I know all of them. It was literally the group of death. Do you know what I mean? But there was all poor in that group.
Yeah.
And Germany didn't even take advantage of that poor group. None of it. It was all poor, that group. It was people were saying this and that, but I thought that was a poor group myself.
Well, I think France. I don't want to say cocky, but I feel that France were in second gear, but just stayed in second gear the whole tournament and never really got going.
Well, before the loss to
Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland. I said to my cousin, I said, France, they're beatable. I don't think they're all that. And he's agreed with me. And it come true because if you look at France, like, it's just, they play one way. It's like Pogba to Mbappe. Mbappe's the outlet. And like, that's what they do. And then they obviously got Kante in that. But if you got their defence, then they're awful. Because that Kimpembe and all that, and Varane, I don't think Varane's all that. He's overrated for me.
Man, you're after him.
I know, yeah, but like when I see him go through at the back, I knew that I was in trouble. Rabiot, like left wing back and all that.
But you shouldn't be 3-1 up as world champions against Switzerland and still lose a game. Like not with 5 minutes to go. That you should not do that. And that's fair play to England when they played Germany, because that's one thing that game management. They didn't give Germany a sniff. Do you know what I mean? Whereas France just
you've got to see games out. You've got to have that experience. That's a top-piece level you can play at, playing for your country.
But they've got experience. That's why it didn't make any sense. Did you hear about the guy? Sorry, just a quick one. Did you hear about the guy that put a £10 bet on both games to be 3-3?
No.
Yeah, 127 grand.
What?
Yeah, 127 grand off a tenner. He put both games 3-3, and how on earth did it even end 3-3? Because they both scored like 2 goals in 2 minutes, both games. Mad.
Well, when I watched the first one, the Spain and Croatia, I thought, wow, this is a game. I thought, wow.
Yeah.
Then I thought, oh, the next one's not going to be like lively like this. I thought, all right, France will win. Got to 3-1, and I thought, oh, it's not going to go like today. France are not like that stupid. Then it got to 3-2, and I thought, no. Then I think a goal got disallowed, didn't it, for Switzerland?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it now. Next minute, they just got to go. I thought, no way. I could not believe it. How
On
the same day. Like, how's it possible? 12 goals.
Well, it was 3-1, and then I was like, because obviously I had a bet at the start of the tournament, France to win it, and I thought, oh, it's done. So I went in the shower, came out of the shower, it's like extra time. I was like, no, this is not happening now. Oh, I couldn't believe it.
You knew Mbappe was going to miss because of
it was obvious. It was like, what are you doing? But why did they let the defenders take it first and then leave him till the end? It just didn't make sense. I think
he wanted the winner one, didn't he? Like the fifth penalty.
Yeah. He didn't look confident, like, did he?
No. But like penalties, it's pot luck penalties. You can have the best players in the world, you can still miss on penalties.
To be fair, I think it's skill as well. I think it's mental strength and skill, because if you look at like Villarreal against Man U, them penalties were unreal. Like they smashed them, didn't they?
Penalties, does it?
I know, yeah, true.
I think we could score in him really. Like, just pick your side. Like, he doesn't commit on just
36 or something. It's 36 penalties.
So I think we could have a go in that.
I got my little lad to have a go.
Like Hugo Lloris, they're not like good keepers. I know he saved one in the actual game as well, but
he didn't look like he was going to save one, though, did he? Like, I was watching it, I'm like, he ain't going to save one. There's not a chance. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. There was good penalties, though, to be honest. Like Pogba's was really good.
Yeah, Pogba was brilliant. Yeah, and one at centre half did a good one as well, I think.
Yeah. Like Pogba scored a good goal, then he goes and gives it away, and they score.
Yeah,
which happened to Sterling as well, but
the Muller chance. So I was watching it, and I thought he scored. I stopped looking at the TV, thinking it had gone in. So I was like battering my knees, like, oh, I can't believe it! And then obviously he missed, and we were like, what are you doing? He missed. I was like, what? Couldn't believe it. Never scored in the Euros, Muller.
If that was a Muller of like 5-6 years ago, maybe he might have put it away. But
he never scored in the Euros.
I know.
Mad.
But he's like in World Cup, he's always like top goal scorers on Miroslav Klose, remember Klose and that? If they had
brilliant Klose one, yeah.
If they had him, you know what I mean? Like if you look at Germany, like Sané and Gnabry and that, they're not good. Like they've come in the tournament poor, like Sterling has, but Sterling's just like clean slate in this tournament and done it. But I think anyone could have beat that Germany team. No disrespect for England, done the job, but they weren't all that Germany. They weren't.
I think good for England. I think good for like mental strength as well, because obviously they haven't beaten Germany since 1966 in a tournament. So I think it is good for them and stuff. But yeah, I think it's not something to get overhyped with yet. I think, but we did say this at the start. I don't know if you remember, but we did say that like we all knew it was a poor standard at the Euros this year. Like the teams no team was stand out that good. Like France were the better team, but they had weaknesses. Like they weren't like the France and the Germanys have passed, like and the Spains and Italy's have passed. Do you know what I mean? They've all had weaknesses. So I think it is just a bit of a poor standard this year, where the littler teams are going through. Like, do you know what I mean?
It is, because if you look at like Spain, I know they've won 5 in there, but they're not all that really.
They don't have a striker.
No, that's what I mean. So like, if England did play Spain in the final, I'd fancy England.
Yeah. Belgium don't have a defence, and
I think obviously to win. I think Italy might have a chance tomorrow to beat them. I think if they haven't got De Bruyne, because Hazard's out.
I think Hazard and De Bruyne's out.
That's what I mean. Like, who's going to do it to Lukaku? Who's his player?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Lukaku's good when he gets fed. Like, when he can't do it all by himself. Do you know what
I mean? But with Italy, I feel with Italy, they've got no standout players. They're just a very good team. As in, they gel really well.
And the substitutes come on and they play for the heart as well. Like,
Vieira
the other day, brilliant goal that. And he played good the game before. Didn't start this game. He didn't come on moping. He thought, you know what, I'm going to come on and do what I can do. and that's what they do. They play for Mancini. They'll bust a gut for Mancini.
Most record of not losing a game or something. He's got
32 games or something.
Yeah, 32. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they'll probably have Chiellini back against Belgium. That can only make him get
That's massive. Yeah, that is massive for them.
Bonucci, like, might be slow, but he reads the game so well. I think
I like him too.
I think him and Chiellini could handle Lukaku tomorrow, not pace-wise, but strength-wise. I think they've got a match.
Oh, Chiellini will give him a game. Yeah, Chiellini's strong.
Yeah,
he'll give him a game.
Yeah. And in the air, Chiellini's strong. I think if Chiellini's back tomorrow, for Italy, they've got a chance. Like, Jorginho's just been excellent for.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Turner, he's just keeping his head down. And Verratti's coming back for Locatelli, but they've got Spinazzola. They've got a good keeper, Donnarumma, as well.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Yeah.
I think if there's one team what could give England a game in the final, what's left, I think it'd be Italy.
Italy and Belgium if they've got Hazard and De Bruyne for me.
But look at Belgium's defence. So
it's old.
England Sterling could get the pace of that and Foden kill him.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's like Vermaelen, Vertonghen, and all that. And
I even think three at the back, Maguire, Stones, and Walker against Lukaku. I think they'd have him. I think he'd struggle against them.
I think, you know what I like? Say if Maguire or Stones does get done, who's there to sweep up Walker with his pace?
Yeah, I thought he played really well, Walker, as well.
He did. Yeah. He got good recut. Right, obviously his passing's a bit awful. You don't want him to pass it at the back straight out because he just gets cut off. But his recovery is excellent.
Yeah. So England versus Ukraine, what would you go for? Back to 4 at back.
Yeah, I would actually.
And would you go Maguire and Stones, or would you change it?
Yeah, I'd stick Maguire and Stones.
Would you?
I'd play Walker on the right, and if it's a 4, play Shaw. But if you did go for a 3, I'd play Chilwell.
Would you not rest a few players?
No, you can't rest it. No, they've all got momentum. The momentum's strict. I couldn't. Because you can have 5 subs. I've got that as backup, but I wouldn't play. I probably wouldn't play Phillips.
Well, would you play either? Because they're both in the yellow card.
If I was going to play one, I would play Rice just because he's a bit more than Phillips. But at least I got Phillips there just in case Rice does get a yellow card for the next game. I wouldn't play them both because they could both get it. At least if you take one hit for another. You got Hendo coming back now. You got Mount coming back. You could play Phillips, Mount, and Hendo in that midfield.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't play Rice, Phillips, and Mount. I think play with 1 CDM and 2 attacking mids. CMs attacking mids. I'd play 1 CDM.
Who would you go for your front 3?
I would go for obviously Sterling because he's scoring.
Yeah.
Kane, and I would go Foden this time. Because Foden can interlink and he can. Do you know what I mean? He can switch wings with Sterling and he could come short. I would start Foden this time.
See, I'd go back 4. I'd maybe pick Reece James over Walker, and just for the fact that I'd give Walker a rest, just knowing that you're going to play him in the next game, and Reece James, I think, I'd do a good job. I'd probably drop Phillips and Rice and go Henderson, Mount, and Bellingham in midfield, and have Henderson as your CDM, and just to rest them, and just because they're on a yellow card, and then I'd maybe go Grealish, Foden, and Kane up front, and just because I feel it probably is not going to go over the top, and it's probably going to be more on the ground. And I think Grealish could maybe do a little bit more on the ground. But then I get your point totally with Sterling that he's on form. Probably keep him in, to be fair.
Manny is a top goal scorer. Like, if you did play him, like, how would you react? Like, for the next game, I think he wants some momentum. I think Sterling really
scoring. Yeah, just keep scoring.
Yeah, so. But like, Grealish keeps doing his job, knocking on the door, getting these assists and changing games, and eventually he's going to get his time.
Yeah. But if he's doing his job in 30 minutes and just let him do his job in 30 minutes, do you know what I mean? Don't change it. But
because do you know why you don't play Phillips? And Rice? Because Ukraine, they're not going to come out. They're going to have
No, there's
five.
no point.
They're
Yeah,
going to
it's like a
sit back.
Scotland, isn't
They're going
it?
to be deep. Yeah, they're going to be like that. You're going to be like, come on. They're going to say to England, come on, you try and break us down. They're not going to attack like they did against Sweden the other night. They're going to be
No.
patient first. Like Yarmolenko and that. Bloody hell, he's a beast for them.
Yeah, smashing it, isn't he?
Where is he for West Ham?
I know he's nowhere to be seen. To be fair, Stuart Pearce did say something. He said he's had injuries on him, and he said, but he's a good lad, and he does try hard. And
Shevchenko's got a good left foot on him. We all know
that. Yeah.
No, but one thing I say about Ukraine, like England have to be wary of. They haven't got superstars, but they all fight for each other.
Oh yeah, this is their World Cup final, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? This is
like. Just think though, it's in Rome. England won't have many fans there as much as Ukraine.
Yeah.
And do you know the temperatures? You're talking about 32 degrees, 30 degrees in Rome at the moment, and that's that takes a key factor as well. The heat. How's England going to adapt to the heat? Ukraine are probably used to their summer times probably boiling compared to ours. Like, they got to control the heat as well. Like our boys are not used to playing in them big temperatures.
I think as well they need to go a little bit more attacking, and just for what happened with Scotland, they don't want to. You don't want to get to 70th, 80th minute, and you're still not creating anything, because then it's like nail biting. Then Ukraine nick one, but one good thing, England not conceding any goals.
That's very good. Yeah, I get that.
And Pickford.
Yeah, he's been solid.
Yeah, who would have thought that as well?
He's got a good kick on him as well.
Yeah. He's been brilliant to fair.
I like him though when they make a mistake, he's shouting at him.
Yeah.
He looks like a madman. He looks possessed.
He looks confident. Like, he looks good. I think he looks really good. And he looks more confident.
Like if you look at Maguire, Stones, and Walker, they've all had a good season. Really, they finished second. City won it. Got to Champions League final, so they've got players like first team choice who play for the clubs, the big clubs like City, United, and that. So he's going to be confident. That's why Pickford's doing all right, because he knows he's got good defence in front of him.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing with Everton. I think they're a bit defensive, a little bit clumsy out there. So I think I'm not justifying him because he does make mistakes. Don't get me wrong, but when you've got a solid back four, your job as a keeper is a lot easier, isn't it?
Yeah. And something like Harry Maguire as well. He's good at going forward as well at the court. He's another outlet.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he is.
He's very good. Yeah. He's a weapon for them up front.
Yeah. Cool. So, prediction?
Yeah, I go for. I think it'd be a tight game. I say 1-0 England. I'll go for.
Ooh, 1-0.
I think Ukraine is going to be that stubborn, mate. And England won't be able to. You know what I mean? It's how they react to that.
I'm going to go. I don't know. Now you've said that, I'm tempted to say 0-0 and extra time. But
they're going to play like Scotland, aren't they?
That's what I mean.
Like Ukraine are not going to go out like Germany. Germany could afford to do that. Ukraine won't have no gaps. Shevchenko will have them as a 5 at the back when they haven't got the ball. Yeah. And it's like, come on, you try and break us down.
Yeah.
It's how long they can do that for, do you know what I mean? And then if they get a set piece or a free kick in a dangerous area, that's when they might go for it, Ukraine. Do you know what I mean?
I think, I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to say England will get one, Ukraine will come at us, and then we'll get another, like we did against Germany.
That's the case, that's when England might get big gaps. So if England score early, that's what they want, really. The longer it goes 0-0.
I don't think they will. I think it'll go quite a long time. And I think it'll probably won't start Grealish, and then Grealish will come on and we'll maybe create something then.
Maybe when Ukraine start getting tired and that.
Yeah, but that's one thing we haven't mentioned about Ukraine. They are shattered because at Sweden they were dropping like flies. Yeah, and they've had to travel all over as well. They've not been in one city like England have.
Yeah, I get that. I know. Yeah, that's another factor as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
All these clubs have had to travel around. England are lucky actually. They've played like it's all a home tournament, really.
Yeah, I know.
This is their first game they've had to travel without. So that could make it like they never Rome compared to Wembley pitch. Have they ever played in Rome before? Like,
not for a while.
I tell you, they'll be getting jeered. I think there's more Ukrainian.
There is not allowed to go. England fans aren't allowed to go. Not allowed to travel.
I think there's more Ukrainian fans what live in Italy more than English people what live in Italy. Or whatever. So it might be like a home game for them. And then you'll have the neutrals of the Italian fans will be
Who
jeering
will all
England.
want Ukraine to win? Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
so it's not a given. Like you said in this Euros, we've seen some shocks up, right? Nothing's a given in this Euro.
It does just feel a bit too good to be true. Like, and it's like when we beat Germany, it was like I was a little bit like held back with it. 'Cause I was like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, it just doesn't feel real that we've got such an easy run in. Like, it just doesn't feel real, and it's like that's why I could just see like Ukraine winning 1-0 or something. And you just like,
Well, look, you would have thought like Hungary would have drew with Germany and France,
yeah,
and they're nowhere near as good as Ukraine. Like,
yeah, no,
so
yeah.
things like that can happen. It's like them big teams who don't know how to like them little
Break them
teams.
team
They
down,
break
yeah.
it down. They run out of ideas and start to panic, and they're doing like you can't dribble past them. You can't use goes all sideways. The more they frustrate England, the better it is for them. You know what I mean? If England score
Yeah.
early, you have to call. So England will have to try and break them down early, just to
That's
get
why I
them
think
to.
he'll start Foden. That's why I think he'll start Foden.
Yeah.
Because I think Foden will create that, won't he?
But England have got to go wave after wave. England can't let slow the tempo down. They've got to keep going and going and going just to tire them down.
Yeah.
But like you said in football, you've seen stranger things, haven't you?
Yeah. Look at all the games. Is that when I said to you, I messaged you, and I was like, this tournament's on its ass.
Yeah.
Like, what fixtures? Like, it's just mental.
It's just
Oh,
like who would have thought Switzerland would have got this far?
no, mad.
Italy beat them 3-0 easily in the group stage.
Well, Ukraine, though, look at Ukraine. They finished third in their group. Sweden won their group, and they knocked
That's
them
what I
out.
mean. That's what I mean. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I think it's anyone's. I think anyone who's left in it thinks they have a chance.
Yeah. Czech
Do you know what I mean?
Republic. They'll fancy
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah. But England only beat them 1-0.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Well, it was only 1-0. Do you know what I mean? Like, who said to say, like, it could go Czech's way next time?
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I mean?
Man.
It's like crazy.
Right, so we'll touch on managing merry-go-round. So we'll start off at the top. So Spurs have just got Nuno Santo from Wolves. What do you reckon? Do you reckon he'll do all right?
Well, for a start, I think Spurs have took Spursy to a whole new level. I think you can't get any more Spursy than this.
I agree with that, yeah.
Well, basically, I think it's a panic one. I can't see him being there for like more than 18 months or something because
No.
he weren't first choice because all these managers, what they went for, he was available all the time, you know.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they've gone for Conte, right? He says he's not match my ambition. I'm not going there. They've gone for every Tom
Roma,
Dick and Harry.
they've gone for Roma manager, and they couldn't afford his wages because of tax. Then they went for then they went for Gattuso, but then the
That's
Spurs fan started
awful.
kicking off. I know, yeah. And then who did he go after that? Gattuso. Then it was, I think I read that Potter rejected him as well from Brighton. Didn't even want to speak to him. Yeah, it's every Tom Dick and Harry they've gone for. And
Yeah,
then did you see the meme about Hancock, the MP? Now he's being sacked. Spurs are willing to talk to him. So they've literally gone for everyone now.
that won't surprise me. That'd be Spursy. That
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. Like I'm like from an outsider looking in, I feel like it's stupid. So imagine being a diehard Spurs fan, how they feel. Because
Yeah.
it's embarrassing I'm not even a Tottenham fan. I think it's embarrassing for them and the Premier League.
Yeah.
I've never seen like 10 managers reject one job. And they're supposed to be like a big club as well. And then they've gone for a guy where Wolves, like, I just don't know. What can he? He's just like a Mourinho, but a younger
Well, he
version.
plays the same style as Mourinho. That's why it don't make any sense.
Like there's Harry Kane that he's definitely handing a transfer request in.
Yeah.
Harry Kane does not want to play on the Nuno Spurs sin, so it's going to be Portuguese soon. That club anyway.
Yeah, we got all Portuguese players
Yeah,
in money.
he's going to raid Wolves. He'll probably try and get Jimenez or something like that, or Joey Mantino or something like that. And
But I'll tell you someone who might do well actually, Matt Doherty, because he was terrible under Mourinho, but he was actually all right at Wolves, wasn't he? So he
might have a
he might do
lifeline
all right.
now. He might have a
Yeah.
life. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you expect from him?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's going to be a disaster. As in, I don't think they're going to get relegated or anything like that. But I don't think he's going to do anything. Like you know what I mean. And what's a good position for Spurs now? Really, like he'll get in the top 10. You know, but I can't see him doing anything else. I mean, you're looking at the players that they need to lose and the players they are going to lose. I just think they're a bit all over the place, really. I don't think it's like you said. He ain't going to be in the job longer than 18 months. I don't believe he will. So it's not really. There's not really a project there. Harry Kane's probably going to go. Like with the money that you get for Harry Kane, are you going to invest it in the right team? Because look what happened last time when they did that. So
who would you have got? Who would you have gone for? Lampard, Potter?
No, I wouldn't have gone. I'd probably. Well, I mean, first of all, you go for Conte, but I think I can see why that didn't work. But and then yeah, I probably maybe Potter, to be fair, just because plays attacking football, maybe give him a chance. Yeah, a
what
big
about
club.
Rafa?
Who?
Rafa Benitez. I know he's gone to Everton.
No, but again, I don't know. I think again, like, well, on to Everton. Like, I think he's a good manager, and I think he'll do well. But how well is well? Like, do you know what I mean? How he'll get into the top 10, but he ain't going to do anything else for me.
What
Do
do
you know
you
what I mean?
think about him going to Everton, like from Liverpool's ties? How do you feel about that? Like,
So if it were with Leeds, if it was a Man U manager, I'd be like, not a chance. I would not accept it. Like, do you know
what
what I
if
mean?
Bielsa went to United?
No, you just wouldn't accept it.
Okay.
You wouldn't accept it.
What if he went to like another Yorkshire club like Sheffield United or Sheffield Wednesday or something?
I won't be happy. Like,
But would you accept it more?
he's never leaving, so we don't need to talk about this.
Would you expect it more than if he went to United though?
Yeah, no, yeah. If he went to United, I'd hate him.
So you
Like,
are if you had a choice to go to a rival Yorkshire club or United,
yeah, you'd pick a Yorkshire club, yeah. But
okay.
like, I think Everton to Liverpool is a bigger rivalry than Liverpool to Everton. If you get what I mean, I feel like Everton feel that Liverpool are a bigger rival than Liverpool probably see Man U as their biggest rival. So, Liverpool fans, I don't think are that bothered. Like, the gist of it, Everton fans, half of them aren't happy. Half of them, look, if he wins the FA Cup and gets them into the Champions League, I don't think anyone's going to be bothered.
No. But if he starts losing now, then
yeah, that's the risk they've took.
If they lose to Liverpool, oh my God, Liverpool fans will be cheering. There's only one Rafa Benitez and all that.
Well, on the Sky Sports, we just put a thing on, and he actually said that Everton are a little club when he was Liverpool manager.
He's got a lot to overturn them fans.
Yeah, he's got a massive job on his hand though. It's such a big job Everton now because of that team.
He must have knew that though.
Yeah. I think he'll do all right. I don't think they'll get relegated or anything like that. Like, I think he'll do all right. But what's all right now? Because you're looking at, the top 6, and it's pretty cemented, that top 6 now.
Yeah.
Not many teams are going to break into that. City, United, Liverpool, Chelsea. You know what I mean? Leicester. You know what I mean? There's not going to be many teams that break into that now.
Do you reckon Brendan Rodgers could have took the Tottenham job going back to him? Or do you reckon?
No, he wouldn't. It's too big of a job. It's just too big. If you keep Harry Kane, great, because you got one of the best strikers, but then you've not really got a budget to invest in the rest of the team. If you lose Harry Kane, it's a massive job to replace the whole team. Yeah, and I think it's too big of a risk for him. He's got a nice, a nice squad at Leicester. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what do you reckon Benitez's aim is for then to keep the fans happy?
Higher than 10th, but I think he will get higher than 10th.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think. But what's higher than 10th for?
What's his style of football though? Like, how would he go into games?
He plays to win, doesn't he? He plays to win. So sometimes it's very defensive, sometimes it's very attacking. I remember at Newcastle when I think he played Man City, and it was like he played like 10 at the back, and he ended up, I think he won 1-0, didn't he?
Yeah. And, I think he done that. Do you know why? He didn't want him to go down because of goal difference. I think he was.
Yeah.
Why and the goal. He thought, all right, we're going to lose, but I'd rather lose 1-0 than 10-0 because of goal difference. I think that's a game where he took goal difference into consideration. But
I think he's a good manager, and I'm looking at other managers. He probably is the best they could have got, really. But
I just he's a checkbook manager. Or do you reckon not?
What? Sorry,
a checkbook manager.
Yeah, he's gone to China.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he wants a cashier, like a checkbook manager, like Pep and all that. They're checkbook managers.
Well, like Carlos Top Spot, Simon Jordan made a good thing. And he said, he like what you just said, and he said because he went to China, stunk the place out, and now he's desperate to come back to the Premier League because he wants the money and wants to get his name back out there. So he'll take anything, and that's if he had like morals. He won the Champions League with Liverpool. He'd say, "Nah, I'm not going to Everton. I can't do that." But he's gone for the money. He's gone for the fame. Do you know what I mean?
I think he lives in there, doesn't he? Does he live not
Wirral.
far?
Yeah, he lives in the Wirral, yeah.
His family probably looking at it from that way as well, isn't it? Thinking I don't have to travel far and all that. Like, probably just took it like you said, he left China, probably got so much money from that.
Yeah, I think he'll do all right. I don't think there's. I remember when Marco Silva was in charge, and there was a threat they would go down when he was there, and they were like down near the bottom and stuff. I don't think there'll be anything like that. Same with Tottenham. I don't think there'll be anything like that. But I don't think they're going to set the world alight. I think there's other teams that will be higher in the division.
Do you think any Tottenham or Everton will lay a glove on the top four? Or
no. I don't think I don't think the money's there to do it. I don't think they'll spend enough money to get there. And I think that, like, you look at Everton, I'm thinking of players like Iwobi, Fabian Delph, players like that.
They're still there, are they? Gone,
yeah, they're still there. It's like you've got a massive clear out, but the money, no one's paying that money for players anymore because of COVID. So, I can't see them. And then Palace as well. They're going to get Patrick Vieira.
I can see that, and then I can't.
I'm with you on that one.
Like, he's been in the French league. I get that. He had 2 good seasons, then he got sacked. Like, I don't know what he can bring really. Like what Roy Hodgson couldn't do.
I think he likes to use youth, doesn't he? Yeah, he likes to use youth as well, doesn't he?
I get that, but like, I just don't think like his philosophy is like. I just don't know. Like, I don't think he's going to be like exciting manager. Like, I think he's just going to be back 4 or 5 and just trying to win ugly all the time. I don't think he's going to let players express himself like Zaha and all that. He'll probably play him up front by himself or something daft like that, like or Benteke up long. I mean, it's like
get Benteke to pass the ball.
What's his identity like, Patrick Vieira? Like, what's his style of play?
I'm not really sure to it. I think it's more like attacking, passing football, but I don't think that's going to suit Palace, to be honest.
Nah, I think they're in trouble. Do you know why? Because half the team gone.
I do.
Andrews Townsend's begging for a bloody contract.
Yeah.
He's hinting, I love you. He's my gaffer. We will call him boss or gaffer.
Van Arnold, he's gone. He's moved clubs.
I think they're in real trouble. Like, I think still got like that Sacco at the back or something.
Sacco, yeah.
And
Gary Cahill, has he gone? He might have gone as well.
Yeah, I think they're in trouble. I think they might need to go down to rebuild, believe it or not, to come back up. If you know what I mean?
I think
sometimes you have to go down just to get your bearings and come back up.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I think. I could see him flopping this season. To be honest, I just got a feeling it could be another Frank de Boer, and they're trying to change it, and it's like,
thank you.
And if it doesn't work straight away, I don't think I think they'll get rid of him, and Sam Allardyce will be back.
Big Sam,
Big Sam, get him back.
Well, talk about Big Sam the other day. This legend. Let me tell you this off topic. So I was watching GMTV in the morning also with Ben Shepherd and that, and he had Sam Allardyce there. It was a day England played Germany, and he had like 4 of them there. So they've asked Big Sam, "Go on, Sam, what's the score going to be?" So he's there chewing his chewing gum. He goes 2-0. Ben Shepherd goes, "What, to England?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Sterling and Kane are going to score."
As if.
And then Ben Shepherd's gone, "You know what? You've convinced me. You talk good. I say that." And then some woman said, "Yeah, I go for that as well." And obviously, this other journalist, it was Germany, went, "I can't go for that. I'm going to say 2-1 Germany." But Sam Allardyce went, "Yeah, 2-0. We're going to win. Sterling, he's scoring, and Kane's going to come." And he said it, Big Sam.
Should have put a bet on that.
I know, but he's not finished in Big Sam. He's chewing his chewing gum like 6:30 in the morning.
100%. If Vieira goes, he takes that job.
Yeah,
he loves that job. He loves those jobs. Like 6 months, get nice 2 million. That's it. Job done.
No, I'm not saying with you, West Brom. Bye.
Yeah.
No. But Patrick Vieira, like, who's he going to bring in? Like, have they got money to spend? Or they have to sell Zaha?
They're gonna spend money apparently, but
Are they? Okay. What is that without selling Zaha? Or is that
yeah, apparently the owners want to go for it a little bit, but I
have they
can't
got
see
money
it.
then? They're pretty rich, them owners are.
I mean, they have invested in the past. Look at Benteke, 32 mil. Saka,
Yeah.
32.
Yeah, but how
Saka,
long has he
32
been
mil.
there for? Look, how long's Benteke been there for? Look.
About 3 or 4 years now, hasn't he?
See what I mean?
They did spend, but yeah, I know what you mean. They haven't spent for a while, but they have spent in the past.
I don't know if like Arsenal are going to go with Zaha like they do every season, or
Well, they're getting Ben White and Ramsdale out there, Arsenal.
are they getting Ramsdale? Yeah.
Well, they're after him. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to get him, but they're after him.
Oh dear, I don't know. Like, I don't know how much clubs have to spend, because of the COVID. I know that the big clubs have money, but like them teams like Palace and all that really did it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what their budget is. I know. Do you know? I might know Villa might be getting rid of Grealish because they bought that Buendia for 30 mil, didn't they?
And they're after someone else as well. There's someone else they're after.
What for big money as well? Or
yeah, midfielder. They're after a midfielder. They were after Ward-Prowse as well at one point.
Right. Is you reckon that? Oh, they're after
Smith Rowe. Yeah, Smith Rowe.
Would he go there though?
There's no smoke without fire. There's something's happened. You don't put a 30 million bid in if you aren't spoke to him already.
Yeah, true. But what do you reckon we'll get him? 35, 40? What do you reckon? Because that's a lot.
40, but he ain't worth 40, is he? Like,
if he's worth that,
unproven. Like, if he's worth 40, how much is Saka worth?
I know. Is that them spending Grealish money already, or do you reckon they've got that already?
Apparently not. Apparently that's their money, but
is it? So they can afford to splash out like 40 mil on a player 30 million.
Or do they know Grealish is going?
That's what I mean. Is it the Grealish spending, or is it actually their own? Because, like you said, what's their biggest signing? Really, how much have they spent? Was it Watkins?
Watkins got 30 mil.
That's what I mean. Like, can they afford to do that every season?
Mings was 25, wasn't he?
Did they get in the same season, or did they get?
No, the Mings were the year before.
So Watkins is there like club record set?
Last year, yeah. Ben Vieira being now.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, are they spending the Grealish money now, or just, you know what I mean? Has Smith gone up to say, look,
Tommy Abraham as well been rumoured.
Who has?
Tommy Abraham.
Has he?
Yeah, like 30, 40 mil. Yeah, he was on loan there. Yeah, he was on loan there.
How much are they rumoured for?
30, 40.
So if they did say if they got Abraham, they got Buendia, and they did get Smith Rowe, do you reckon that's like over 100 mil? That's a Grealish.
That's 100 mil, isn't it? Yeah, that's 100 mil there.
That's Grealish money, that.
It's mad, isn't it? When you think about it, it's mental. Like, you can sell a play for 100 mil, and all you're going to get is Smith Rowe, Tommy Abraham, and Buendia. They were all championship players last year.
That's what I mean. They're all championship
mental. Players. Like, we'll throw in Chris Willock as well.
I know, yeah.
Sean the boy.
Oh, God, yeah. I bet he's talking about him in Canada. Have you heard of Chris Willock? Have you heard of Willock? Have you heard of Joe Willock?
He's best player. He's best player.
Yeah. I bet he's asking everyone in there, isn't he? How do you think out of Nuno, Vieira, and Benitez, who do you reckon will get sacked first?
Vieira, 100%.
Vieira, do you reckon? Is he under the most pressure, really?
I might have a cheeky bet on him going first.
Yeah. Do you reckon Benitez would walk if it doesn't work out, or do you reckon he waits to get sacked? Is he most likely
probably wait when he'd like to pay out, doesn't he?
I
don't think he'll do too bad though. I think
imagine that's what I mean. Imagine they beat Liverpool. The scenes.
Mad. That'd be mad.
I can't wait for the Premiership to start. Actually.
I can't now as well. Yeah, I'm so excited.
You've been rumoured with. Are you getting?
We're buying a lad from Barcelona, fullback for Junior Firpo, Spanish fullback.
Firpo, okay.
Yeah, 15 mil.
Is it someone you need? Do you need fullback?
Left back, yeah, we don't need a left back, yeah. And then there's a lad from Italy, Nandez or something, 35 mil. We've been rumoured.
Is that you selling people, or have you got money there? Your own?
No, they've got we probably spend about 60, 70 mil, I reckon.
Oh, okay. That should do as well, that, innit?
Yeah. We spent that last year. I think that's like, for like being in the Premier League, I think that's sort of what they generate. So I think about 60, like 70 mil, they'll probably spend.
What do you reckon if City did get Grealish and Kane? Do you reckon it's game over in the Premier League, or do you reckon it's not guaranteed? It's not a given.
It's never a guarantee, is it? But I can't see. The only thing I'll say is, will there be too many good players?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where
City won the league without a strike, imagine them with a strike. Is that
yeah,
what
that's what I
people
mean. It could just be like, imagine Kane, a 40-goal the season Kane
Do you
on
reckon
City.
they're Kane away from like winning the Champions League? Like, do you reckon if they're Kane in the Champions League final against Chelsea, it would have
It's a
been
one-off
different?
game, isn't it? I think to get to the final is a fantastic achievement. It's a one-off game, isn't it? Maybe, but they didn't turn up, did they?
But
But
like, say, like, obviously we're playing you next season. If you see like Grealish, Kane, and Foden up front for like City, would
yeah,
you?
you're terrified. Yeah.
Because
And then
that's
you're looking at other players like Torres. He's smashing it in the Euros.
yeah.
Like,
I've said to my cousin, I like Torres. Like, give him the
yeah,
season. He's a goal. You know what I mean? We don't have to spend big. Torres will come good.
yeah.
But
Do
imagine
you
like,
need Grealish? That's the thing. Do you actually need Grealish?
I know that's what I said. Do we really need him that much?
Or is it your
But
last? Is it like Pep's last like array just to win the
yeah,
Champions League and then he's done?
I
So
think
he's just like, right, get the best players. I want to win it now.
I think Pep wants to leave a legacy, doesn't he? A rubber
Yeah,
stamp.
yeah,
Like he
yeah,
don't. He wants to leave like, oh, this is what I left. He wants to leave like a Pep legacy, so they always remember what Pep brought in and how. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you had imagine like Grealish, Kane, and Foden, and you got like De Bruyne, Gundogan
Imagine De
behind him.
Bruyne and Kane. Like
I know
that is just dirty, isn't it? Like that is
that's
dirty.
like Son and Kane, but times 10.
It's just like he will put like it on a plate for him. Like it'll just be so like
His headers as well, because Kane's good in the air. De
yeah,
Bruyne,
yeah, yeah. That's
he
what I
wouldn't have to
mean.
get the box. Kane would not have to get out of the box.
But if you remember, like Man U, back in the day, like they used to do it with like Van Persie when they bought him. They
Yeah.
literally bought him to win the league. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, and that's what it feels like with City. They're just going to buy Kane, and it's like they're going to win the league. Like it's not even a thing. Like, but that's what I mean with like the top four and stuff. Like it's so cemented now. Like look at Man U have just bought Sancho for 70 mil. Like
And they
they
get
had a
him as
centre
well.
half and stuff. Yeah, that's what I mean. They're going to improve. Liverpool are improving. You know, Leicester are improving. They've just bought a new striker. Chelsea are improving. You know what I mean? All these teams have improved. How do another team get in there? Like Arsenal buying Ben White and Ramsdale. Like, do you know what I mean? You're not even
Yeah.
touching the service, and you've just spent 80 million.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it is. I agree that. I agree. It's like we're untouchable, aren't they? Them teams.
Yeah, and it's like Everton with Benitez. How much in Tottenham? How much do you spend to get to where them teams are? I don't think there is a amount of money.
Basically, if you finish fifth, it's like you've won the league. It isn't it really? Because you take
Yeah.
that, you just concentrate. You just write yourself off, right? Don't count the top four. Because imagine like, and then you finish fifth. That's a big achievement, that really, because to finish anything behind them, really, like there. Because obviously, like you said, they're improving each year. Like they're going to get stronger. Like City are already strong, Liverpool are strong, but whoever they buy, they're getting stronger. Liverpool have a fully fit team next year. They'll have Van Dijk back and Gomez and all that. Like they'll be wanting to get that league back. Like you said, United have got Sancho. They've got an extra man up there. You got Chelsea. They might get in Haaland.
Yeah, yeah.
They've won the Champions League. They've got money. They're going to get stronger. City want strong anyway. Do you know what I mean? And they've just got it. Like they still got players like Mahrez and all that. If people don't talk about them.
It's mad, isn't it? And
I think
Sterling.
City do need a midfielder, because this tournament, if it's proven me something, that Gundogan and De Bruyne cannot last a full season. If it's taught me anything, like De Bruyne, he gets injured because the way he is, he gets about, and then people leave one late on him because he gets them first. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Gundogan, they're not. Would they last a season? And Fernandinho?
Yeah, he just signed a contract on Fernandinho.
Yeah, I love him, but like the way City play, they play to win everything, don't they, in every competition. Yeah. Is he going to be favourable for every game? Like City's squad, they need like 2 or 3 in every position because they go for everything. Pep goes for everything, as you know.
Yeah. He'll go for everything this year, 100%.
That's what I mean. He will 100%. Like every year, Every year by Christmas, everyone's saying City going to do the quadruple. Every year without fail. It's like the talk is City. Can they do it this year? And like everyone thought last year they was going to do it. Then Chelsea beat us and all that. And do you know what I mean? And they beat us in the FA Cup semi-final and they beat us in the Champions League final.
Oh, man.
That's one team I want revenge on next season.
Yeah, absolutely batter them.
It's going to be our bogey team.
Yeah, the only team I'm bothered about is Man U. Just so I can wind this up.
Well, you got the first game.
First game, innit? As long as we draw, I'm just gonna wind him up. Because all he said is 6-2 or 5-2 or whatever it was to me. So yeah, that's my biggest thing.
You must be crying seeing Netherlands out. I bet that shirt's been ripped.
Did you see the meme about John and Pickford? And it was like John and Pickford, he knows everything, and it was like he injured Van Dijk, knowing knowing Netherlands could play with him. So that means Netherlands are out, so England have got an easy route into the final. Like Pickford, he's a man. He knows. He knows Pickford.
It's mad, isn't it? It's crap. Do you watch the Holland big one? I think that De Ligt's awful, don't you?
Yeah, he was terrible, wasn't he? He's not lived up to the hype. Definitely not lived up to the hype.
He's been awful for Juventus as well, hasn't he? Like, I think a couple of Juventus fans don't like him at all.
No, he's definitely not lived up to the hype. Yeah. There's quite a few like that, just not lived up to the hype.
So, what do you think about going back to Euro? What do you reckon? Who's the favourites for you then?
I'd probably say Italy are the favourites, England the second favourites, just for the run. And I think it'll be England into the final. And I think then it's just a toss up then. And either team could win it. I'd probably say Italy probably going favourites.
So if it was Italy-England final, obviously you want England, I want Italy, but would you actually come to realise that it's 50-50 that game?
Yeah, it's 50-50, yeah. Like, as much as I think Italy would go in favourites, I think England can quite easily win it.
Obviously, I want Italy to win it, but I'm making them favourites because I want them to win it because of my my family and all. But what's your judgment of making them favourites?
I just think
mine is because I'm biased. But what's yours?
No, mine is they're unbeaten in 32 games, and I don't know. They look strong, and I think if they beat Belgium, I think they'll just go in confident, really confident that they've beaten one of the best teams. And I think.
What do you reckon about Austria the other night, though? That Arnautovic goals would have stood. It could have been a different story, couldn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. I think
sometimes you need that look, though, don't you?
You need luck in a tournament, 100%.
I reckon that was a changing point in Italy then, because
maybe,
Austria weren't that bad.
It's these teams are hard to break down. They're really solid, and and that's what they're realizing. If you keep a clean sheet, you can beat them. I think.
It was Italy England final. Do you reckon that one could go all the way because of both defenses and how they both don't let goals in? How would you see that final shaping out? How would you see it?
It's literally on the day. It's on the day. And look at Man City versus Chelsea. I'd have said Man City would have beaten Chelsea.
Yeah.
But it's on the day.
The players didn't turn up.
And it depends on injuries, suspensions, everything. You don't know who's going to make it. Star players. I'd say England have more star players than Italy, but I say Italy are a better team, as in that how they gel as a team. I think is better, and the reason I'm going to Italy favourites is because what I've watched of them, they play better at the moment. They're playing better football than what England have.
Don't you think this is on Mancini management? What he did when City won the league, that style of football, or do you reckon he's completely changed?
I mean, it's changed. Yeah, I think it's changed.
Do you know when City won the league, under Mancini for the first time? Do you reckon City play the way like this Italian play, or do you reckon it's completely different?
I think it's a bit different.
Do you reckon Mancini's changed it, the mindset, is completely, or has he got the players to do that? If you know what I mean?
I think the players have definitely invested in him. I think they've definitely took his philosophy.
Yeah.
And it's good attacking football what he plays, and it's free flowing, But with the thing with Italy, and this was the thing when Conte was in charge years ago, they've always had that strong defense, that strong Chiellini,
I
Bassini,
don't
like
think a
good
good
goalkeeper. Yeah, like a good goalkeeper, like, and that's always been their thing. So I think if England do play Italy, I think it'll be very much both teams have got strong defensive, and England play back five. Italy have got their strong defense, and it'll be very much it's going to be a tight game. I don't think it'll be like a France-Croatia where it's going to be like a 4-0. I think it'll be really it's anyone's.
Italy have always had that though. Like when Paolo Maldini's there, everyone's like, "Oh, when he retires, they'll have no one." Then Nesta, Cannavaro come. Then it was like, "Oh, when they go, they'll have no one." Then Bonucci and like Chiellini, like they're always like, I don't know what they do, but they're always popping out these like defenders. What does turn out to be legends? Like that mean.
But it's like strikers though. Immobile, he's doing all right.
And they've got Belotti to come on. He's strong. He can all look
well. As well.
I think the wingers. I think it's the wingers what changed the game for Italy.
Yeah.
I think they can bring on like these like Chiesas and Bernardeschi's and that. I think because these guys, they like Chiesa and Bernardeschi, they play for Juventus, like first teamers.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know Juventus in their league done poor, but to play first team for like a big club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're not bad players. Yeah, not bad players.
I mean? It's like Donnarumma. I thought PSG done well to snap him up on a free.
Yeah, cheeky that, like, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that
it's cheeky.
Yeah, he'll be hated now, but that is a dirty transfer. That.
Yeah, I think PSG.
And if we get Sergio Ramos as well, that is dirty.
I think they're going for that champion. I think the owners of them saying F the league, we're not ours, we can win that. I know they didn't win it last season, but
they're guaranteed to win it this year though, because Lille probably sold all their players. They've sold like 3 of them already, and the manager's gone. Yeah, the manager's gone, and they've sold 3 players, like of the top boys as well. Like they've gone already. It's like a Monaco, remember when they won it? Yeah, like Mbappe. Yeah.
Bernardo Silva,
Lemar, Bakayoko, all them won it.
Mbappe and that. Yeah. So I think they want the Champions League though, don't they?
Yeah, 100% they do.
I think they want the Champions League, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, brilliant. So the next episode we'll do after the England-Ukraine game, so we'll give that a cheeky review.
Wednesday? Is that Saturday night, that one?
Yeah, Saturday night the game. We'll do a review on that, and hopefully, one of my teams are going through, so I'm all right. I'm into the next round. Yeah, I've got a safe bet.
You got a buy?
Yeah, I'm hoping England too. I'm hoping England.
All right. And then one question: is it coming home?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We'll keep saying that until they're out.
Nissi, is it coming home, Nissi?
Yeah, Nissi, next time you're coming on. Don't care if Netherlands got knocked out. You're coming on. And we'll end it there. Cheers, guys.